Well then, I'm slightly behind time, and I'm already on the server as well, and I have what else? God damn it! It's getting late. I'm slightly tired. What else? What I wanted to say? Like, I'm slightly late because I wanted to finish that listening to that one song. And I definitely don't want to go live while I'm listening to a song, because that wouldn't end particularly well. We don't need to tempt the algorithm. The one algorithm that we really don't like. The other algorithm is fine. Would be nice. Not getting that one, but hey. Like that. We can't adjust actually the bump stop range on this car. Okay. We have a bit of options for spring rate. We have bump stop rate, even though you probably never reach the bump stop. Brake bias is nearly all the way maxed out forward, which is 57% is the maximum. It was at 55.6. Let's just move this backwards a bit. I have a slight feeling this car might need a bit. Let's take a bit of steering rack out of it. There's 2 rear wing on the set. Gee. I'm actually going to increase it. But on the other hand, we're decreasing the brake ducts because, oh my freaking god, this thing has like, was on T4 6 brake duct maxed. I know this is a particularly hot track, but it's not currently particularly hot, so I'm also gonna put an entire PSI of pressure into these tires. Just to see if that's all, if we can get something out of the car. Right. Jump off the jacks, and then go into this here and actually switch the scene. And also I now know why it's not switching scenes, because my SimHub has decided that Radeon authentication is enabled. Okay, because apparently it didn't remember the password when I copied it over correctly, so that's fun. Let's just leave it as is. I don't have any integrations with my SimHub, but hey, I can live without it. It's all good. I know I have the correct page open and everything, so jump off the jacks. Let's actually roll out. Ignition, starter, enable pit speed limiter, and roll out. When I loaded up the game, I was like, realized, oh wait a second, I still have the overlay that I specifically have for the boat. But I mean, the dash is now over there in the top left corner, which is kinda okay, at the top of the A pillar. And the chat is, well, where I usually position my chat anyway, so it's not like too bad. Although I still have to look a bit up. But it is a bit lower. I think I'm definitely gonna perhaps notice sitting a bit lower in this car compared to other vehicles. Well, one thing I want to find out is, so apparently it should have some dash options. Okay, it has 2. And one is clearly better than the other one, I would say. Although this has even the steering angle as a readout. Trip distance. I don't know what that means. Whatever. We switch back to a sensible display and we switch U2. Delta duties. Pretty sure I was alone on the circuit till suddenly a car popped up behind me. I think the guy may have missed the pit lane exit a bit. Okay, there's quite a bit of understeer on this set. And that's going to be the main difference, because everybody's in the Camaro, so the only difference between anyone is setup and their driving. And why I miss all of T1 by like 10 kilometers. Oh, actually, we do have a delta display on the dash. It's a little graph there. Shows if I'm going positive or negative. Need a bit more for time gain than this. Jesus, this thing has a lot of understeer. In the last sector, it's just understeer central. Way cleaner. Can for sure carry a bit more speed than that for the corner. Half a second gain, that's more like it. Can really go deep on the brakes. Okay, that's a bit too much. That's good. Yeah, at some point it starts understeering quite a bit. Yeah, I guess the tire pressure is actually right. Front right is a bit low, but besides that. Crank ups. And yeah, the other things. Let's go over here again. What do we have? I mean, we have an anti-roll, but it has literally off, on, and on stronger. And that's both on the front and the back, so there's not much you can do in the ARB. You can do take a click out of the rear wing. I can take the ARB out of the front completely, I guess. What I could also do is how many steps does the okay, the springs have also 3 steps. I guess I'm gonna take the ARB out of the front. I think that's probably on the list of the most sensible decisions. I would say the car does respond to turning, it's just a bit sluggish mid-corner. Turning performance is there, the mid-corner is just not quite there. It doesn't have caster adjustments. I was like, well, this thing has no caster. There's literally like minimum caster on the setup. Well, because there's only minimum. You don't get anything higher than minimum.
Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curbs.
Right. Also, I should perhaps take a bit of fuel out of my car. Because I'm currently on 60 liters and, well... predicts to have a few laps worth of fuel in the tank. About 30. 30 laps worth of fuel in the tank, so... it lasts me a bit. Probably put a bit of rake into the car. It comes per default with minimum ride height, which is identical front to rear. So we crank some. It's a bit too wide. My ping seems to be really shit right now. Oh my god, my connection is going, it shoots sometimes up. Check. if my stream is working fine, because right now I don't have my... Let's pull over briefly, we need to deal with this, I think. Because my ping already being at 186 is a bit odd. Just because that's higher than usual even. To the server. Right, okay, got pinged again somewhere. Yeah, AMD GT4 channel. Okay, fine. OBS, how many drop frames do we have? 0. Well, that's at least good news. I might have a bit slightly shooting a ping, but well, I'd say that's fine. Okay, WebSocket server settings, enable authentication. Yes, disable this thing, so thank you. Because this means that now my... Okay, new scene ACC, good, fine. Thank you for connecting to ACC. Because this means that if there's drop frames, it should be displayed on my screen. If I start having issues with this. Right. I wanted to slightly try... This car's setup options are like... Yes, you can increase the rear right height by 7mm. 7. Which means you have like 8 settings on the rear right height. Fucking brilliant. If I give it 1mm more.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
Alright. Let's roll back out again. Although, did they want to do briefing or something? Not like we really need one.
Looks like a charging front. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Whoa! And it seems I think the server is not particularly playing well because there's a lot of people who are having not particularly good connection. Because the guy in front has also like a pretty high connection bar. Thank you, car. I think that's too tight of a line that I'm running here. Yep, messed up here. I feel like the car's now struggling with the turn. Which is interesting. A bit of gain here and there, but I'm a second right now down, which is it's pretty bad, considering everybody's in the same car. I guess it just has a bit too much understeer for my liking. Just too much speed for the corner. Just a bit too much. Okay, that was slow, like this.
Be careful. Yellow flag in sector 3.
You see nothing when you... Getting a yellow flag at the top of the hill there is super scary because you just see nothing when you go through the thing. I guess curbs do not bother this thing to such an extent that it can literally eat the sausage curb even on the inside. Like, damn. Not as good as an exit there. Oh, that was a bit too wide. I'm pushing it a bit wide in there. Not quite sure where I'm supposed to find the rest of my time there. I mean, I'm still short of like 9 cents of a second. I can't blame the BOP. For once. No, not just 9 tenths, I'm now over a second. Jesus, where the fuck are these people getting time? I'm trading tens with myself. And they're like, oh, well, here's 3 seconds. Because we can. Ah! And brakes don't work properly into T1 and I just lose every bit of time that I could have gained there. I'm pretty sure I'm bogging down over the top there. You know, I don't quite know why. And then I have to wait for the car to stop understeering.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Ah, still took ages to pull up. Just not as smooth as my previous lap. Oversteer on power. And that's too wide again. Fuck you, car. I'm noticing that my tire pressures are on a bit of the high side, you could say. Ah, it's overslowed.
Yellow flag accepted.
Not as good of an exit as this should be. Come on. Ah, dipped the wheel there. Just made an entire 10th there. I don't know where they're even like at. It's like I'm trading tens, and there's like a full second apparently in this track. What is this? And I'm just going slower at this point again. Like, I'm not doing anything massively wrong. Struggling to compose the lap because it's basically a unicorn lap. And I'm having to put together to like even get in the same galaxy as the average person here apparently. This is really strange. Lost so much time. It's like if I get a good run for T1, I fuck it up in T2 and 3 because I bleed like a 10th there. Because I don't get the nigh on perfect run through there. Because I set my lines perhaps a millimeter too far in the wrong spot. How did I even survive that? I'm like a millimeter off my spots and the car just... And the cover also act up additionally, just to add insult to injury. The car just struggles to like put power down mid-corner. Oh, come on. That's your fault, car. Why the fuck did you understeer like crazy there? At some point I need to accelerate out of that corner, you know? To go past. Maybe kind of a requirement, you know? But nah, there's nobody basically here that is slower than me. Oh, this car just struggles to get any pace out of. True shitbox territory here. Ah, that's overshot. I just cannot replicate that line. And here again, not possible. Like, they just are unicorns, you cannot reproduce them. And, well, that one should be reproducible if the brakes actually work, I guess. I can match my own times, it's just I'm not going fast anymore. I'm just going slower. I got invalidated as well, so it's not like you need to let me play badly or something. Hello, turn. That was apparently a good line. That wasn't.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
This corner, for fucking sakes! This bullshit corner is like, it's just impossible to do, for fuck's sake. It's like, you start turning in and then you just get hit with understeer. Because the corner never fucking ends. It's like this corner, the previous corner is like a shorter corner than this one. But for some reason that one you can actually do and the other one you just understeer off the circuit straight. Ah, fucking pain in the ass. Also the tire pressures I've decided to just go up. This last 0.3 of all tires, which is probably not quite correct, but hey, let's just do that. We'll burn about 2 liters per lap. So for a 15-minute section, 16 liters is not enough for the entire session. I need to escape at one point, but I just assume I will anyway. I think it's a fair assumption. What can I do to improve the shitbox? Stuff in the rear and zero of us, so we just have basically just stiffness. Going for effectively a front-wheel drive car setup with like stiffen the rear and zero bar as much as you can get away with and remove the front, so you get the thing to turn at all. Alright then. Yes, I have a bit of ground to make up to some people that I'm usually faster than. I mean, Ilpa I'm usually quicker than, and he's like half a second up the road. He probably, however, spent like 4 hours or something on practice for this, which is just... that's a bit silly.
Green light, go, go, go. Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curbs.
Oh, I didn't check the weather. How much did the weather change? Oh fuck. Temperatures have gone down massively. Oh well. We're now at 30 and 38 degrees. So I should probably open up my brake ducts again and decrease my tire pressures, but hey, let's just drive out with this and actually see how much we're wrong. Let's just see. I mean, I've also set up change on the car, so it wants to be driven for a bit. Yeah, my front right hasn't even come up to pressure yet, and it seems to starting already overheating.
Yellow flag is active.
God, I hate this corner with a fucking passion. A bit early. But I also still entered very quick. Let's see what are we gonna get. Are we gonna get 32 flats? That's more like it. Although we're still half a second off the pace. That's a bit of a mess up into T1 now. And still we're positive. Okay. Apparently there's much more now on the track. Yeah, I'm getting handed down very quickly there. Because everybody has desire to improve. Ah, fuck. Got invalidated, but we can try again. As long as our tires don't cook themselves. Trying to drive slowly through the corners. To just not heat the cars foot up. Temperature wise, they're not too bad in all honesty. But probably slightly warm. But pressure wise, they're probably quite a bit over. Not the right line for T2 there. Oh, come on. Slow down after the apex because the car just wasn't willing to quite make the corner. Hello, shitbox. You kindly perform finally. But there was so much more time in there on the previous flyer. And I get invalidated again on this corner. Yes, of course I get. Seems like...
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Seems like we also have a very slow driver in front of us. Oh, sorry. I had to wait for a fucking slow car in front. Because that guy is god awfully slow. It's like I literally waited for him, but he's still... I'm still probably gonna catch him. Yeah, I literally waited for you and you still lost so much time that you're now in my way.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Get the fuck off the track, you'll learn it finally. Like, I'm not fast. Oh. That guy seems to be taking the cake and being slow. I mean, 2 seconds slow, sure. In the same... It's not like this car is particularly difficult to drive. It's not like it's easy, let me be real. I've driven cars a lot worse than this. I've tried to do a bunch of things with you constantly to actively murder you as a driver. Lost a lot of time because the car didn't slow back down.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Oh, slowed down too early. 3/10 of seconds gain. Let's see what up.
Well done, mate. Crossing fast.
Barely any improvement again.
Slow car ahead. Cut detected.
Let's pull over, get fresh tires and stuff. Get the car freshly trimmed in, but fucking hell, what are these people doing at times? Like, where are they getting the time? God damn it. So, right, okay, anything I can do to make this car perhaps, like, I don't know, turn? Yeah, let's perhaps put a bit more toe out on the front. And perhaps take a bit of toe out of the rear.
Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs.
Great, hello. Which one of us wants to slow down? Because I'm slightly ahead of you, huh? I will just wait. Man, it's like 6/10 of a second, obviously. From fastest time, but it's just like, where? It's a pretty simple question. There's 10 for 2 in there, but that's where it kind of just ends. I've been like thinking like, oh yeah, it's so strange doing Spec and stuff because everybody's now on the same car. So, and then I remember like I've been doing LMP2 racing for a long ass time, and basically LMP2 is Spec with the Orica chassis. So it's like, what am I talking about? It's nothing new to me. Completely nothing new to me. I can't blame the BOP. late apex there. Oh, I didn't miss the apex there. Fuck me. Like, I've ballsed up that corner previously, and now I ballsed up even more. That's good. Run up the hill. I'm trading hundreds of a second with myself. Oh, come on, turn. And missed an apex there. And turn down. Man, 8/10 of a second. Where is anyone getting that time? It's not a good line, most likely. Actually, isn't too bad. Oh, and still missed this stupid apex. I hate this corner. I hate this corner with a fucking passion. I hate it so much. I want to erase it and the entire track it belongs to me. Face of the earth. Just because of that one corner. Granted, this track actually has a lot of those corners, like the uphill bend here. There's a absolute garbage corner. And don't ask me why I didn't upshift up coming up the hill somewhere. And suddenly even slower for the corner, despite that I actually lined it up better, most likely. Let away that 1/10. Meaning that barely improved at all. Oh, finally this corner worked as it should. Ah, it's not good. Not a good line now. But I didn't lose too much time compared to my previous time around. Boss up the fucking corkscrew and then this corner. Oh no! Fuck! 4/10 up! Threw everything away in one corner. Fuck! Ah! And then everything started to unravel over the fucking top of this shitty mountain. Fucking garbage car. Just went over to immediately end the steer. How much fuel am I gonna take? Am I gonna bother to calculate how much fuel this fucking thing needs? Shitbox. About 20 laps is the race long. God, 20 laps. Actually, no, it's not 20 laps. It's a 20-minute race. So it's not 20 laps. It's less. Oh god, then I need to calculate, because 20 laps would be out of a 30 lap race, so it would be about 6 laps less. See, we need to take for about 14 laps worth of fuel. 14 laps worth of fuel would be 28 liters. Let's take 38. It's gonna be more than enough. Tire pressures, well, the temperatures have gone further up. I think I'm gonna answer at this point with opening the brake ducts one click. Because it's a 20-minute race which can't just afford to not do anything at all. So that should help the car. And now I'm starting from P8, which is just, that's pain again. Considering Ilpo qualified P3, which is just like... I mean, there's 26 cars and I'm P8 and I'm complaining. It's like, okay, fine.
30 seconds.
Stop bitching and moaning, Lucas, about everything. Just sometimes you're slow as fuck. It's like, they just pull time out of their ass. And fine, it's just, you need apparently this one perfect line for that corner where you just have to get lucky to hit it. It's like that was pure luck that I, on one run, like, finally just went through there, and it's like, 4 turns up. And I'm just like, excuse me, what? Why is this suddenly so much faster? It makes no sense because, I mean, my previous runs were actually slightly bad in that corner, but it should have been only like a 10th or 2 and not half an hour faster. And with slow, short formation with GT4 cars. My god, that's... Who the fuck wants to torture us? Despite 52% brake bias, my front discs get first hots, then the rear discs.
Green light, go, go, go. Car on the left. Three wide. Clear on the left. All clear.
I literally gained the position and lost it immediately one. Actually, I didn't lose it. I think yellow car was parallel starting to me.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I couldn't quite pull the outside move off. Oh, come on. Give me a magic line. I fucking hate this uphill section. These people seem to just have constantly a drive on me out of corners. Now I have some.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Got some light damage on the front. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
It's just my car's not responding to the front end. The front is just not biting when it needs to. I've trimmed in the mid corner, but I think the corner entry is where the car's struggling. I think it's actually struggling in corner entry, mid corner.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Getting this thing to just get to that apex on the inside is just a pain in the ass. Missed that apex completely, however. You have to turn in and then have to wait half an hour before it actually responds to your turn in.
Gaining on the car heading sector 1. Well done, mate.
Group in front is doing 32s. Well, we are close to going sub 31. Clip the grass there, slope me down. And overshot this corner again. just not biting. Oh, the lapped car got involved. Oh, bright star there. Oh god, they're going 3 wide. There's no space, there's no space.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. 3 wide. All clear. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Oh god. Give space.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ah, this guy has a run a bit. Brakes, please.
Gaining on the car here in sector 1. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ha.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
Let's try the blue car. See if we can run him down. Probably not.
There's a slow car ahead.
Braze is slow up the hill. And he's gonna escape before we can actually capitalize on him. But the other Camaro is right behind us again.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag, be careful. Yellow flag is charging front.
And there's the back marker again. Ah. Oh! Oh, go!
Car on the left. Clear.
No! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! Oh, I got carried away and hit the guy. I'm so sorry, man. Ah! I mean, I can say that technically for the rules, he's at fault because he's rejoined. But it's just... Nah. It's clear that he would rejoin there. I should have slowed down more, but... understeer it, and I just couldn't do anything anymore. It's just pain. I'm sorry. And then the yellow car decided to complete the slapstick comedy by flying spectacularly off the circuit. But I have my arch nemesis back behind me. I don't think my car is slow for some reason because I'm not even able to match my own times anymore.
Falling behind the car in front in sector 2.
So it seems I have pretty decent tire pressures. And my car slowed down now, hey? You can't just drive through me in this section. Don't get me wrong, your first attempt wasn't actually your fault that it went south.
Car on
Okay.
the left.
I shouldn't have even finished that sentence because you wouldn't have dive bombed me to death into that corner.
Car approaching. Roger.
Do I want to take the chance that he overshoots? Yeah, let's take it. No, he doesn't. But I do. Fuck. And you just run out of road! Fucking hell! Jesus! The yellow car is very enthusiastic. Whenever there's an opportunity, he just straight up drives off the road basically to get there. But I dropped the position again. God damn it. Because he's in the rhythm now and he's going quick.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
think we will see another lap after this one. So this is long from over. This literally an absolutely massive dogfight here. One more time. It's absolutely road, yeah. Those two are now going at each other. Not surprising considering the guy in the orange car. He's been getting his elbows out a lot. P5, huh? So, we have a second race, however. It's not done yet. We're not done yet. Let's just pull over. Oh, it's all good with that guy, considering I spun him. Couldn't have a more simpler name. Also, he stole my number 8. I'm running actually number 9. How did you hit me when I was off track? Too much understeer. Never seen one. What do you mean with interesting overlays? Like, which part of it? Yeah, I mean, I have a few components to this overlay. With the top right with the relatives, and what phase we're on the race, how much time is remaining. On the left with, top left with a standings or tires. Or just fuel. The bottom, something going around the rim for my pedal inputs. Not just being visually here, but also the bars and stuff. Yeah, I've spent a bit of time to actually craft this together. I hope you like that. We have still another race. This is not the end of the stream, by the way. We're waiting for the second race. Oh man. Wait. Come on. We have to probably wait like multiple minutes before it's... And I forgot to get my water bottle over here. It's on my table. I could save the replay briefly. Ah, fuck. I messed up. Didn't save it. Oh well, we're now waiting 2 minutes before the race starts. Any adjustments I need to do? I mean, the pressures were actually... Why is the mirror not working? Hold on. Okay, now my mirror's working. I'm not using a car that doesn't have a working mirror. That's just asking for trouble. I didn't check how much fuel I actually had left at the end of the race. I don't know if it's... If the YouTube algorithm decides to just get... Oh, anime girl. You know, quotation marks around the girl part. Right. Quotation marks around that part. Let me just briefly pull up my own stream, because that has a slight advantage of just being able to pull up the stream and see at the end of the thing. Where's the end of the race? How much of fuel did I have left? About 10 liters, it seems. Right. I guess that's fine. Maybe I slash like 3 liters off the top of it. Should be fine. No worries. I want to maybe do something more about the understeer. Apparently not, because we're gonna start the race most likely soon.
20 seconds.
I know. Stop panicking.
10 seconds.
Apply setup. Come on. Mechanics work faster. Last minute getting on the grid now.
Going double file.
Wait, we lost quite a few people that forgot that this is a double header race, apparently.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Oh, well, that's the problem with casual races that have a double header, because people just forget. I mean, it can happen easily. I think it hasn't happened actually to me ever. Right, let's pump some heat into these brakes. Alright. I just noticed there are 2 Grello cars even. One is more Grello than the other. Oh man. Oh god, way too fast.
Green light, go, go, go.
Seems I just about escaped because I was at 72 when it switched to speed limit. For a second, that was way too quick. Oh fuck! Ooh.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
the back of the guy.
Clear on the right.
Yes. Well, look, I can stay in front of me for the moment. Before we resume our battle again. Not sure if I hit him slightly there. But he isn't wide enough and slow enough that I can do anything really with him. Come on, slow. I was slowed totally for this corner. Lap 1 complete, we're still facing the right way. That's good. Oh, fuck! I tried to avoid the carnage, but it wasn't enough. I got a Camaro. Oh god! Unfortunately, I was quite a bit alongside you there. When we headed into this corner, there wasn't particularly anywhere to go for me to avoid getting run over. I should have not said anything. That Ilpo would have died in T1, me would have died in T1, and more people died in T2. I'll try to read the message. Just give me a few corners before I can. Reading chat on this track isn't as easy. I drove the Camaro last year in the GT4 League at Laguna Seca, and it was fun. It looks a lot of fun in VR though. To try it one day. I mean, I drive usually a lot of different cars. Except for the GT4 class, where I basically drive only KTM. So, a power-focused car that doesn't turn is not really what I usually drive. Although I drive sometimes the Maserati in GT4. Yeah, I'm masochistic enough to drive the Maserati, actually. I mean, I've also brought a Lamborghini Rex to a GT3 race. Been there, done that. I did the elevation change with this track in VR is something. It may turn some people seasick because it's basically a roller coaster. I don't have that issue particularly. I can go hours on end playing VR games at like terrible frame rates and everything with bad locomotion systems and be completely fine. I just do not get motion sick. Seems you enjoy suffering. Oh yeah. Yeah, it seems like. Although I don't particularly enjoy suffering, I just like to have a very strong excuse why I'm not performing well. And these cars aren't particularly providing you one, because everybody's in the same car, and I'm not going particularly quick. So that's a bit of an F moment. For fuck's sakes. I'm so close, but yet so far in the end it doesn't really matter. But we're slowly catching up to them. However, there's not that much time in this race. We've only another 13 minutes. And it's not like it's easy to pass on this track, however, with how many passes we actually did last race. Or how many people also passed us. Because we were trading positions back and forth, back and forth. So it's definitely possible to pass here, but well, it's so difficult that you can't really complete a pass. It's also very interesting with this car, it like, if you hit the sausage curbs on these corners, it just doesn't care about that. It just moves on, like it's nothing. It's just so interesting with it. Because if you hit it with any other car, it's like you get launched into low Earth orbit. And with the Camaro, it's like, eh. Like, I got multiple times killed in the GT3 race on this track. On that bend with my Boatley. Thing is, these guys in front are not particularly going that slow, and I mess up my braking nearly. Actually, that was really right. Just the guy in front braked very early. So yeah, everybody decided to just pull up the pace now. That I'm close enough now to rubbing salt into the wounds of just running out of laps then in the end.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I had to go for that, despite how stupid such a maneuver is. How many Transformer Camaro replicas in a race? Few at least. Can you actually pull off a bumblebee on the in-game editor? I think maybe. Actually, I think I have the pattern with which you could probably pull it off on this car. It's just obviously running my usual purple and bluish purple and purple livery, so I'm not like going bumblebee. But I think I've only seen like grelloed colors as like the closest thing, where you basically run the entire car in the same color as seen in front of us. Like, I think there's another grello car, but it's similar colors. There's one Camaro that could probably pass as Optimus Prime with its color scheme, but I think that's about it. Like, unfortunately, people didn't think as far outside of the box as you did. I mean, I didn't even consider that for a moment. So, yeah. And I matched the guy that is the actual Grello colored Camaro in front, not the green colored one. And then I missed my apex here. Did Ill put right into grass or something? It could have been with back markers. Yes, we have a 20-minute race and there's back markers. I know, but I can see them on my Delta. Because yes, we have in VR the in-game overlay still, it's just not rendered on the desktop capture, so that's fun. But that leaves me more space to put stuff on the screen. Man, the pace that those guys are actually putting in is really good. It's an actual challenge to keep up, and we have our back marker again. He caused an accident in race 1 with how slow he is. Clearly, this part of 1 has still much to learn. Oh, there's one of them on the grass, but I'm probably not. I'm actually getting alongside. I didn't. It was just about getting past. I thought for coming up the hill that I probably wasn't quite getting the overlap, but I just about pulled it off. And he didn't push the issue into the corner, so I just about stay in front. Another 4 minutes to go. There's a 3.6 second gap to the car in front. It's a bit unlikely to actually come down. A 7-second gap up to Ilpo, so I guess Ilpo didn't die to start of lap 2. I guess he just about survived. Oh, I'm doing again some rallycross. I fear still that I was like, well, I'm off the track. I get a run, I look behind me and I just look behind me and see all of them in the gravel with me. It's just, well, at least I don't have to feel bad about myself messing up. That's why I probably still should. At least I've brightened my day slightly. No, it hasn't been too bad. I mean, I'll finish P4 in a 2-hour Euro after starting P9. Having to work my way up the field after dropping a few positions at the start. But it went just completely smooth. But I had to work very much for it. I sweated bullets. I was basically liquefied by that race. And just a few hours later, I'm already back here. Doing more racing. Because there's never enough racing. Right, 1 minute 30 remaining, so we will again have 2 more laps. But this time around we're under a bit less pressure than last time. But it's not like the other guy isn't there still. He's still not far, okay, for sure. Oh yeah, I just noticed I'm gonna finish P5 again. Finish P5 in the first race. Except Ilpo just dropped back. Well, maybe we can turn this into a P4. Ah, what am I talking about? It's like there's 1 lap to go and I'm 1.4 seconds behind him. He has to die again before I have even a remote chance for anything to happen. Except if he's taking a lot of damage, then there's a chance that I can get him back. And he's bleeding time. A deep run into T1. no need for him to really push. He just needs to hit his marks roughly, not make a mistake. While I have to nail everything. And I didn't do that. Missed an apex there. Usually you would say run out of labs, but out of time, out of labs, but well, in this case it's more like out of 1 second, because Ilpo and probably given more laps would have just pulled away. I would have not beaten them. At least it seems with this Camaro, but well he... Woo! I didn't want to hit you. Because you were quite dedicated in dying, frankly. Oh man. But yeah, P5, honestly, despite being pretty salty about my mediocre qualifying. 2 P5s out of the race. Yeah. I guess that's fine. Even if I'm slow. I've gone from the anger phase to acceptance phase finally. To accept that I'm slow. Well, at least for today. In this car combination. I mean, I didn't finish too badly from the podium, despite having to pass people at some point. Oh well. Hold on. That's finally the end of it. Where did actually the guy finish that? I was running that like brown livery car. Is it him? Yeah, I think that's the 909. You finished 3 laps down. Jesus. Boy. I think it's him, but I would need to verify it's him. Well, I mean, this looks actually like a bumblebee. You know, I found your car. I just found one. This year. Could we have a bit of perspective, perhaps? How tracks I can. Oh well, could you please return? There it is. I mean, there it is, this number 2 car that then proceeds to get collected in this mess. Oh well. And there's the 909. I mean, he seems to be okay racing around people, actually. Despite as he's losing a lot of ground to the cars in front. I'll just quickly save the replay. Hey man, nice race. When you in the race? It's like I didn't notice you on the entry list, I guess. I'm just looking at this guy here who got lapped a few times. Turn my replay. Oh! Which of the second lap bogs? You know how little this narrows it down? Because I mean, second lap start second lap here. People coming into T1. And there's the number 3 car just being yeeted at me. And then I had to run through the corner here. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't that far alongside, honestly. If I would pull a different perspective up, I'm probably barely alongside. I'm sorry to like that, dude. That's not nice. Yeah, who's what actually? There, Pedro. The number 3 car. Oh, so you mean this one? I see. I see. Bonk. That was more me finding a car. Yeah, it's unfortunate you got bonked by the 905 car backwards. I'm pretty sure you had your brakes locked. It's just you got hit again, and that's what flung you out to the outside. And I had expected that you wouldn't roll further back. So that's what caused that. That's why that headed off. Yeah. Where's the 905? That's Bishop. Okay. Well, because I have to watch it the game. Right. I wanted to check a certain car, and that was the. Let's see, can we find it? Yeah, there's a 909 car. Because this guy was... Yeah, I mean... I didn't check how much repair time I actually would have needed there. But I mean, your car's... Oh, that poor guy, he got run over there. But I mean, I'm pretty sure the damage was still on. It's just... These are GT4 cars, they can take quite a beating. However, yours should have definitely been quite damaged. Mine probably was pretty much fine because it just hit you a bit. Although... Because you had a decent impact on the front and then a hefty impact on your rear. Probably should have bent the suspension a bit. But I mean, I smacked up my KTM at Bathurst quite a bit during that race, and that worked still. That car didn't need that much repair, honestly. And the KTM is probably the most fragile out of all of them. Man, I just noticed with this swingman camera. Like, holy shit, the drop off to over there. It's like how much the road drops. Like how much lower that is. I mean, it's obvious you're heading here downhill quite massively, and then also once you complete these corners here, you can see all the mountain over there that's on top of which the track is, but it's still like just the visual of looking over. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would have to look into the documentation of a server again. I've crawled through it once. Twice. There's a few settings that people might not be aware of what is possible actually with a server. Like you can do custom BOP, you can do what else can you do? You can set that the qualifying weather is fixed, so the conditions actually don't change in qualifying. but that also disables random weather randomness basically. You can do a formation lap without actually having the GUI to guide you. So you basically have to by your own go into 2x2. And the game won't actually hand out penalties for speeding, but it will still by itself do the green phase. And you can do that with a short formation or a long formation. Honestly, having watched him for a bit, he's not that terribly slow. I'm sure he misses an apex or two. I guess he must have smacked up his car quite badly there. I mean, he honestly isn't that bad. He just makes a few mistakes here and there. You might need to visit the coaches, but it's not bad by any stretch. I'm having watched him for just a few laps while talking. That's fine. I mean, it's not great, but it's like we're not gonna throw him under the bus for like certain minor issues. Let's face it. Despite of him having run very slowly through both races, this is comparatively acceptable. It still counted as running, so I can't see the finishing results. Whatever. That's kind of just where we stuck, I guess. Oh well. Right. I need bishop. I'll briefly do it. Bishop. Count bishop here. So, right. Okay, so. Yeah, I think he got lapped like a few times in race 1. He definitely wasn't the quickest, but that happens. As that, we'll need to watch more of him. Right, I think we have. Oh god, I'm tired. It's 4:30 a.m. I should perhaps take a shower. Yes, after all the sweating. But I'm kind of just. I kind of want to just sleep at this point. Just get out of these clothes and sleep. Alright. I think I will call it a night. Let me just briefly get out of this. Why are you yawning at 5 a.m.? I was like, well, I've been awake since... what is it? Actually, I had a slight nap between 8 a.m. and about 12, 13. So slept a bit there again. But I mean, I was up till like 4 or 5 last night as well, so that's not good. Don't do this, kids. Don't try it at home. But yeah, this is that. I think that's all races for this weekend. You could perhaps say finally. But this is definitely not the end, because we have next weekend. We have the 3 hours of Zandvoort on Sunday. But we also have from SXP, we have the where is it? I assume it's at Solda actually happens tomorrow at 19:30. I don't think I will do that. I've tried the Ginetta at Solda and it wasn't particularly a fun race. Where is the... Yeah, there's the endurance 4 hours of 4-hour race of Barcelona on Friday, which I'm planning to attend. Sadly, there are only 12 cars right now signed up for that. That's a bit not great. In comparison, the I think the... But I need to do some practice actually. That's why I was thinking I need to race tomorrow, because I need to do practice finally for the Nürburgring race. God damn it. But I have to send okay. So to put this into the correct order, we have the 4 hours of Barcelona on Friday. Then I'm running in the GES 12 hours of Sebring to some extent, most likely. I don't know to what extent, because I'm actually on Saturday for half the day away, so when I'm actually scheduled is anyone's guess. I just so I will be running probably like later stints, but it's 12-hour race that starts at like 12 CET or something. Like 12, 14 CET, something between that. So there's probably enough running towards the end that I can do a bit there. Then I have, and then to finish this entire thing off, I will be running the 3 hours of Zandvoort on Sunday. So I have probably close to, what is that? 10 hours worth of endurance driving. That's not even unlikely. Yeah, the Pro Cup is on Monday. That's just... It's not gone so far particularly well. In comparison to tonight's 2-hour Enduro, which went really well with my Boatley. I hope that I can carry the momentum to Nürburgring, but knowing me, it's gonna be the worst race ever, because I had just now a really good race, and it has to now be a really terrible race. So I'm just going like, well, my expectations have just suddenly lowered themselves significantly, but I need to do practice, and I think if I do some practice before that, I can actually probably put some decent performance on the board. Right. Okay. Well then, I will just call it a night. Let me just pull this up here. Give me a window. Right. Bye bye.